Hi guys, this is Tiffany. You reached my channel, Give Me a Reason, and I'm here to do a celebratory type of video. I'm here to celebrate my 1 year. Now I haven't reached my 1 year yet. I will reach that 1 year October the 21st. So before I even get started on how happy I am, I want you guys to rate, comment, subscribe, share my videos, tell everybody about me, tell them to come on over and join the family. And outside of that, don't forget to turn your notifications on so you can be notified of any time that I upload a video. So I have a couple of just like things that the company gave us for being here 1 year, and the process has been just such a blessing. It's been nerve-wracking, so I just thought that I would give a backstory. So let's get into the backstory. All right, so I was working for my previous airline, and I submitted this application here for this company here where I'm currently working now some time back, and I completely forgot about it. I went through training with my other airline. I was on the line, I was at my base, I moved, I sold everything that I had in Florida. I moved to Dallas, and I was just settled, and everything was going fine. And then lo and behold, I get an email saying, am I still interested? And I was like, what? Because a long time ago when I applied for this airline, I didn't look in my spam, and I missed a lot of opportunities from other airlines. So now I had already knew to make sure you check your spam. So I got an email in my spam asking me was I still interested, and of course I said yes. And I think a couple weeks went by, and I got a email saying they wanted to schedule my phone interview. So then I got my phone interview, and then the phone interview went great. It went so well that I didn't even have to wait for them to tell me if I moved on to the next step. The young lady told me right then, she was like, you know what, this interview was so, just so informative. I love your attitude, I love your energy. I could tell you're very sincere. So you know what, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna send you over to another department. I'm clearing you, and I'm approving you to go to the next step of your interview process, which is face-to-face. And I was like, oh my god. So I found out that day. So that was just such a blessing. And of course, when you're on another job and you're applying for another job, you still have to keep in mind that you have to pass training. It's going to be stressful, especially you got to leave that job. And I was new on my previous job, so I just couldn't take time off to go see if I'm gonna pass training and then go back. So I went through that process, and I waited for a couple more weeks, and then I got an email about my face-to-face. So I got an email, and it gave us all of these extensive directions and things that we should expect and what we need to bring. So I had my face-to-face, and I don't know if you know, and if you don't know, everywhere you go or any part of the interview process where you're going to the interview, you're being watched. So just remember, you're being watched from the time you walk in to the time you sit in there waiting, until the time you go through the process, until the time you leave. So I'm just letting you know that. So we got our, we came in, we went through a whole process, and then we went through introduction, and it wasn't a lot of us there because the interview process was very lengthy. So when I got there, I thought it was going to be a lot of people, but it wasn't like a cattle call. It was very intimate. So we got the chance to have our one-on-one interview, and I had 2 people interviewing me, and it just was like, you were excited because you have an interviewer that's talking to you like you're the best friends, and you have the one that's serious because they're trying to see if you're really who you say you are, and probably looking for other things. And both interviewers are looking for things about you. But my interview process was very nice. The people were very nice. I did kind of seem a little nervous, but I just sold myself in a way where I'm like, listen, what I'm telling you is who I am. I'm that person that I would give somebody my food and I'll be hungry, or I split half my food, or it's just, I was answering a lot of questions, a lot of customer service related questions, just a lot of different questions, things that I studied for, things different scenarios, different examples that I, had in my head that I had went through in my previous, with a previous airline and in my previous job experiences. And I did talk about other jobs outside of being a flight attendant for another company, because sometimes they want to see if you did something outside of that. Now, if that's all you have, that's fine. But I did touch on anything, other things that I've done for other jobs, and that was pretty cool. So the process was very lengthy, and then towards the end we had to do a test, and then at the end they were like, thank you for coming, I hope everything, we'll be talking to you soon. And I like the fact that with the interview process with them, it's like everybody has to go home. It's not like, oh, if you're not called back, you don't get the job, which is basically what it is for other airlines. Everybody has to go home, so you don't know if you're being called. Now, things may have changed, but a year ago everybody had to go home. So I like that feeling, because you're not looking like, oh man, where was that person, they still back there, man, they probably got the job. And then it makes you feel bad, and then you question yourself. So everybody was sent home. And at the end, the young ladies, told me thank you. They gave me a hug and all of this, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So when I came out, it was some people who had already had the interview process, and they asked me how it was, and I was like, it was pretty cool. And then they were like, how was your interviewers? And I'm like, they were pretty cool. I was nervous, of course, but it wasn't a bad experience. And I was like, at the end, they gave me a hug, and it was like, you got a hug? And I'm like, yeah, was I not supposed to? So they were like, I didn't get a hug. And I'm like, well, everybody's not a hugger. Maybe I just had some interviewers who were huggers, So they told us that, we'll be informed and contacted if we got the position, if we were, if we're going to be offered the CJO. And I know I've told this story, but basically I waited for like a week. I was nervous. I was looking at all the emails, and I was just so nervous. But mind you, I still had a job. So but I just knew that this company was where I wanted to be, because it represents who I am as a person. So I was nervous, and I kept ready to check my emails, and I'm like, oh man, I want to see. Oh my God, no, they haven't sent emails. So my friend was like, that's a good thing. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. Oh my God, why it's taking so long? But it wasn't long. It's just when you're waiting, it seems like it's forever. So then of course I got the call, and my call started out with the survey. And again, things may be different. My call started out with the survey, and then I was like, oh, this is just a survey of how the process was. And I just thought that's what it was. And then the young lady was like, oh, well, thank you for that. I'm glad you answered the questions, and I'm glad, it was easier for you. We always try to find better ways to see if maybe we need to change something, or we need to add something, but we do appreciate it. But I do want to also let you know that I'm here to let you know that we want to offer you the CJO because they loved you. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, could you hold for a minute? I was like, oh my God. I went crazy. I screamed, and I came back. I was like, oh yeah. Okay, I'm back. And she was laughing. She was like, oh my God, please keep that same energy. She said they loved you. She said they loved everything you represented. They loved, the questions you answered. They love how you carried yourself. They loved your appearance. They just loved you. They wrote such great things about you. So we are, right now we're going to move you on to the next process, which is your background and your drug testing, and make sure you fill out all your information. You have all the information of all the jobs, and just make sure you don't leave anything out. So that was pretty cool. So I got to the background portion, and not my previous job, but the job before my previous job, they weren't really big on verifying your employment. And I'm so glad, because with my last airline that I just left from, I had the same issue. My company, the private charter, did not want to verify my employment. They didn't want to verify how long we had been there. It's like they didn't want me to do better for myself after I left. So I was like, this is pretty messed up. But I'm glad that we were able, or I was able, or that you're able to show, because they know that sometimes, sometimes companies don't want to verify because they don't want to see you. For whatever reason, I'm glad that airlines and other companies know that certain companies just don't want to verify your employment. So I was able to provide W-2s and copies of W-2s and pay stubs, and I'll keep everything. So I tell you, like, if you're you know, with the company, keep a couple pay stubs, you know, make sure you have your W-2s, make a copy of it, all of that, because if anything happens and that company closes or anything goes on and you can't verify it, those W-2s would verify it. So it verified it, and after that I got some time, and I basically got my date to go to class, and I was like so excited. But I still had my other job, so I went through a current. I didn't pass the current for my other job because I was so focused on now studying and training for this job. So I didn't mind not passing the current for them, because I was already studying for my new job, and I knew I was going to pass that training because I speak things into existence. So that's what I did, and I went and I just studied, and my friends tried to get me to go for my birthday, because it was around my birthday. My friends tried to get me to go out of town. I was like, no, I'm studying. Now when I finish my training, we could celebrate. But for right now, and it was so cool because all my friends in Dallas, everybody who was in my class, they, you know, went with me, and they dropped me off to the hotel when I got into town for training, and it just was a wonderful experience. And of course, you know, the training was stressful. I was in the morning class, and it was stressful. We had all of the managers, which managers are both AM and PM, but we had a lot of the managers doing the AM. So it was very detailed, very, you know, just, you got to know your stuff, you got to take initiative. There's no babying, there's nothing, you know, we don't baby you on the plane, we're not going to baby you here. So I don't mind that. Like I said, I didn't party. I went out maybe once. I went to go get food, but I think I went out towards the end of my training when we knew that we were like done. So everything just went, God just put things in my life right where it was supposed to be, because I was supposed to be with this company a long time ago, but maybe it wasn't my time. Maybe I just wasn't gonna make advantage, you know, make the best of it, or take advantage of the opportunity. Maybe something would have happened and I would have, you know, lost the job or not passed training. So God placed things in your life at the right time. So I'm just here. Like, I did my 6 months, and I didn't get one negative peer evaluation from all the flights I've done. And I worked a lot of flights. I worked a lot of flights to make extra money, because of course I wanted to, you know, I still had rent here, you know, back in Dallas, because I still was in the lease, and I had rent here, and I was commuting and all of this. So I had to just make sure I just worked. And so I just went, and I just had a really good probation. Like, I just came in, and I came in with a mind to learn, and I didn't have one negative peer evaluation. I didn't miss one day of work. I was never late, never missed a gate check, never missed a flight, never missed just never missed anything. Even like, I had onboard supervisors come and talk to me in different cities, and they told me how great I was doing, and I was getting kicktails. I still, you know, you get kicktails, but I'm getting kicktails and awards, and that's just so cool. So once I finished my probation, my supervisor sent me this, you know, big email saying, oh my God, you did such a great time, you did such a great job, your probation period was so amazing, I'm so proud of you. Like, you had not one negative instance the entire 6 months. Like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. And so he gave me awards, and that was pretty cool as well. So here we are. And people tell us, like, when we go out on the line, like, oh, soon as you finish your probation, you're going to realize that time goes by so fast. And once my probation was up, here I am at a year. So yes, I'm at my year. My year is October the 21st. I won't be able to record a video because I'll probably be working, and I'm going to vlog that day. I'm trying to get into vlogging. I just really need to get into vlogging, because it's just imperative. But anyway, let me show you guys the stuff. I just want to give you a background of the process and how I made it to this point right now. So I got to the crew room because I had a trip, and I had a envelope there, and basically it says, here's to you on your first year. Of course, it goes with my background. And then I got a pen for my first year, and it's so cute. And then we also got an email and videos and just things just telling us thank you for, you know, our service, and thank you for making it to this point, and just thank you for just being here, and, you know, just really representing the company for what they hired us for. And just such great, encouraging, loving, nice words, like just make you just want to just continue on. Like sometimes you get your year to get email, oh good, you're on probation, oh good, hey, you know, it's your first year. But they were like, no, we're just gonna just spoil you. So we also got another present. So we were able to choose out of a lot of presents, and I chose 2 and I got 1, and I chose 2, but this is the one that I ended up getting. And of course it came in the mail today, and this is the present. So I got a backpack, and I love this backpack. I can't wear this or use this backpack when I'm traveling because this is not company, it's not in compliance with our uniform guidelines. But this is the backpack. It's really big, and of course I have my name here, which is really, really cool. And then it says thank you for 1 year of service, and then it has my anniversary date. So of course it has all of these straps for you to tighten it up, so it's really good to travel with. And of course it has this side here where you put like a bottle of water, and then we're going to open it up. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, it's so big. So I know that like if I want to go somewhere, I could take this with me and go on a trip. And yeah, so this is what the inside looks like. 1 second. This is so cool. This is the inside. This is the front pocket. That is so nice. There's a pocket here, and then it has like all this space here. And I like the inside. It's so nice. And it has this here, which is so cool. And then we have, put this down here, another pocket. And this is what made me like it, because I actually can put my laptop in this and travel with my laptop. So only thing I wish was that this was black, so I could carry this with me on trips. But here's the inside of the other one, which is really cool. So of course, look at all that space. You could put so much stuff in here overnight. I mean, this is just a really good bag. Then it has a space here for my laptop, and a space here for my IEFB, my manual. So it's a lot of, like, I just love it. Like, I love it, I love it. And then the back here, of course, the straps are really wide, so it has a lot of support. And then there's mesh on this side, and it just has padding here so it doesn't hurt your back. And yeah, so here it is. And this is what it looks like. I love the personalized touch of this. And also, so I love it. I love it. Also, there is a wall in Dallas of all of the flight attendants' name, and my name is on that wall. So I will insert a picture of my name on that wall. So I'm really excited, and I'm just so happy. So happy. I'm so happy to be where I am. I'm so happy to be blessed to be in this position. I'm so happy to be blessed to be where I can be financially stable. So I definitely want to tell you guys, thank you for just enjoying this journey with me and coming with me on this journey, and I really appreciate it. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I just want to come and give you like a backstory and show you the gifts that I got. And it's just such a blessing, and I'm just so happy to be here, and I'm glad that God put this in my life at the right time. I'm just so blessed. I can honestly say I'm so blessed. Even when I was sick, they came down and they were by my bedside, and they brought me stuff. Like, they have really shown me that it's about family here, and I appreciate it to the bottom of my heart. And I get 2 raises. I get 2 raises. I get one at the end of the month, and I get another one in November. So I'm happy. I'm happy. So anyway, I wanted to come and just share this experience with you and let you know how happy I am and how blessed I am. And I want you guys to be blessed as well. And those of you who are applying for airline positions, those of you who are headed to training for my company and or another company, blessings to you. We're going to pray for you. We're going to speak that you graduate, speak that into existence. And yeah, so thank you guys for giving me many reasons to come and enjoy and spend my time with you, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye.